Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Math is Fun. And we are continuing the series of cubes. So, today we'll be doing those numbers, or actually saying cubes of those numbers that are less than the base. So, let's get started and let me move on to my whiteboard. And here is the whiteboard. So, for your benefit, I've already written the steps to be followed that you can actually copy. But of course, I'll help you solve a few questions too. But first, let's understand. Step number one, that is for the left hand side, that number plus twice the deficit. Number two, the middle number, because if you see in the three steps, I've written left hand side, middle, and the right hand side. That means the answer that we will get will be in three parts. So let me just, put it here that the three parts will be, I'll be writing them here so that it is for you to see the three parts. So, first part, second part, and the third part. Now, for the number that we will try, let me say it is 98 cube because I'm talking about the numbers that are less than the base. So for a two-digit number, the base is 100. So 98 is quite close and of course less than the base. Now understanding step number one, which says number plus twice the deficient. The number is 98, right? Plus twice the deficit. Now, the deficit of 98, so 98 minus 100, that is the base, becomes minus 2. So that means I multiplied this. So it becomes 98 minus 4. So my first part becomes 94. So let me write it down here because that is the left hand side. So I get the first part. Now, coming on the middle part, it says product of the deficit of LHS and deficient of the original number. Now, the left hand side number is 94. So, if I find the deficit, of course, from 100, that will make it minus 6. And the original number is 98. So, its deficit is minus 2. So, I get 12. Perfect. So let me write down the middle number. Now coming on to the right hand side, it says cube of the deficient of the original number. Now the original number was 98. Now its deficit was minus 2. So if I calculate the cube of this number, I will get minus 8. Now, because we are calculating the base as two zeros, so the number should actually be 08 because I'm writing in two digits and but this is negative number. Now we cannot have a negative number here, right? So what we will do, which is being mentioned in step 4, that we will take the complement. So 100 minus 8 becomes 92. So the complement, how we find 100 minus 8, which becomes 92. So let me write 92 here. But because I used 100 here, I'll subtract 1 from the middle part. So it becomes 11 and there is no impact on the left hand side. So actually, I've already got the answer as 94,192. So what I can say, 9,41,192. That is the answer. Pretty simple. Let me explain that to you once again. Now, the original number was, that is the question that I took, was 98 cube. For the left hand side, number plus twice the deficit, 98 minus 100 becomes minus 2. Twice the deficit, 2 into minus 2 minus 4. I basically I added minus 4 to 98. So I got 94. That is the left hand side number. For the middle part, I found the product of deficit of the left hand side number and the deficit of the original number. Original number was 98. The left hand side number was 94. So the deficit came minus 6 and minus 2, and I multiplied them and I got 12, and I mentioned that in the middle zone. Then coming back to the right hand part, the cube of the deficit of the original number. Once again, the original number was 98. So the deficit becomes minus 2. So minus 2 cube becomes minus 8. But because the base has two zeros, so we need to have all the numbers in two digits. So I mentioned 0, 8, right? And that is why I mentioned that. But we cannot have a negative part. So to convert it into positive, I found the complement of 0, 0, 8, which came to be 92. And then because I have to find the complement, I subtracted 1 from 12. So finally, I got the answer 941192. Isn't it simple? Great. But let us do a little more practice, and let me show you one more number to give you the hang of it. Let me erase this first. Now, let's do another question, that is, let's take a bigger number. The cube of triple nine one. Isn't it funny number? Huh? The bigger one? Oh, just by Vedic mathematics. And just see. But we'll follow the same sequence, because again, we'll have the answer in three parts only. Right? So because we have to find number, that is triple nine one plus twice the deficit, which is basically minus 9. So that becomes minus 18. So I subtract 18 from triple nine one. So I will get double nine seven three. So that I got the left hand side part. Right? Now, coming to the middle part, product of the deficit of the left hand side. The left hand side is now double 973. So deficit becomes 27, right? Minus 27. And then the original, that is the deficit of the original number, becomes minus 9. So what I have to do? I have to multiply 27 and minus 9, and I will get 243. Now because here the base number is 10,000, which has four zeros, so I will need to make it a four digit number. 0243. So now let me write that in the middle zone. Perfect. And now coming to the right hand side, that is cube of the deficient of the original number. So that means I have to find the cube of minus 9, right? Now the cube of minus 9 will be 729. But because once again I need to convert it into a four-digit number, so I will write this. So that is why I wrote here 0729, and it is a negative number. But now, once again, the challenge is I cannot keep it in the negative. So I have to find the complement. And how will I find the complement? By subtracting it from 10,000. So if I subtract it from 10,000, I will have to subtract 1 from 0243. So it will become 0242, right? And subtracting this from 10,000, that is 729, I will get the complement as 9271. And there is no impact on the left hand side number, that is 9973. So we have the answer in front of us. Let me write it once again. 9973029271. Simple. I hope you understood this. So let's go back to our main board. So that was cubing of numbers which are less than the base. So, as always, please practice, master the skill, and then you'll be able to do it with speed because that's actually the aim. So, keep practicing and please keep sharing with others who might need it. Let's help all. Help ourselves and help others too. And of course, don't forget to comment. Let us know how you feel, what you feel about this trick, and what is your learning. Thank you. Bye bye.